here we are coming into the village of Eagle Nest, and what we're doing right now is we are gonna try to find a 1 acre lot that is for sale. And I don't promise that I'm gonna find it easily. I have an approximate idea. The name of the street is Smoky Bear, and it's lot 1. And I'm going to put up on the screen here, when we get close to it, all the information on it. It's a little vague. It's a listing on land.com. It's a July listing, and it's 1 acre, $50,000, boasts walking distance to town. We'll be able, if we find the lot, we'll be able to determine that. I think I can find it. I know approximately where it is. I've got pictures of it, and I have a pretty good idea of what a house next to the lot looks like. A couple other details that not only is village sewer, water, and electricity are available. Now, that means that I guess you can pay whatever it costs to get those utilities onto your property, and I'm sure that's thousands of dollars, so keep that in mind. So $50,000 plus whatever it would take. Now, I know it's a left-hand turn into kind of a development after the museum up here, and I think I see the development, and this certainly is walking distance into town here. There's no doubt about that. So I'm gonna venture the next left turn I can make will get us going in the right direction. I believe that's right up here, right across from the Econo Lodge. And this street is called Teddy Bear Lane, and we're gonna look for Smoky Bear, and then we'll look for a lot. And I'm certainly probably not going to be able to show you the boundaries and everything and be exactly right. And I believe this is it right here. Yep, Smoky Bear Drive. And this is going to be the lot right here on the corner. It's $50,000. And let's get out of the car, take a little bit closer look. So this is it, 1 acre on the corner here, and you can see kind of a stake right there that's going to outline the 1 acre property. So it's pretty obvious what the size of this property is. And I got to tell you guys, this is pretty beautiful. I know there are no trees on it or anything, but hey, what the heck? It's listed for $50,000, and if you want to find out about it, that sign. There's a neighbor in a very nice house here, and look at the views. And Angel Fire's right there. It really is a nice little walk into the village. And I tell you, if I was in the market to build a little house, and I think it says it's got to be a minimum of 1,400 square feet. That's not a huge house. What that's telling me is no tiny houses. There's the lake right down there. And you certainly would have a view of the lake. You know? This is the corner of your property, and that's the view. Isn't that's something? So that's pretty cool. So I'm very impressed by the price the location, access to utilities. That's something pretty cool. So I don't actually see, well, actually I do see at the property line up here, maybe an electrical junction. Let's see which side of this property certainly staked out, and we'll see. I'm going to look up here to see if those electrical hookups are on this side of the property line or the other side. And guys, unfortunately, it looks to me like they're on the other side of the property line. But I do see a sewer cover. I mean, it's all here. It's just a question of how much it would cost. If you wanted to build a house, you know, I think the average in the U.S. is $150 a square foot. So that's over $200,000 to build a 1,400 square foot house. So, you know, if you start adding all this stuff together, if you wanted to build a house there, so you got about $220 for the house, and you know, whatever, my experience is, whatever you estimate for a cost of something like this, add 20%. Because there's going to be at least 20% sizes. So we'll add everything up and we'll add 20%. So we got, say, 220 and 50 for the land. That's 270. 20 to bring in utilities. That's 290. You know, probably 10,000 in other legal expenses and stuff. So we're at 300,000, and you know, if you're like me, add 20%. So we're over $300,000. But look at how beautiful it is, and it would be a brand new house, and property taxes are not too bad in this area. And this looks like, well, I hate to turn into somebody's driveway to turn around, so maybe there's a way out of here. But the other thing I don't know is, can you buy that property, bring in utilities, and live in your trailer for the summer? And I think probably it's legal to do that in this county. However, I'm gonna guess, I mean, these are pretty high-end looking homes, and it looks like kind of it's a development for sure. And so they're gonna be probably an HOA or its equivalent. And I bet one of the rules is gonna be no friggin' trailers. That's my bet. So I'm thinking that, and certainly in the ad, if you could like park your RV there, they'd have said that. That would be a selling point to sell the property. So my guess is you're going to have to build a house, unless you just want to buy it for an investment. Probably might be a good investment over a long period of time. I don't do long-term investments at my age, but you might. So that's, I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see the kind of the rest of the neighborhood here as I try to find a way out. Hang on. There, so here we are driving out of the neighborhood. Hopefully I'm driving. There's a fire hydrant out here. Yeah, this is a deliberately planned development. So there's a house that the outside doesn't look cared for very well. I don't see for sale signs on any of these existing homes. Let's see what this sign says in front of this one. This one looks a little older. Richardson's, it's named the 17 Smoky Bear. So we're still on Smoky Bear. And so, that's koala. have here right next to, and the address of the one for sale is number 1 Smoky Bear. This must be maybe number 2. I don't see a sign. Definitely people live there though. And this to your left here is the lot. And in front of you is the view. And we'll show you really how close this is to town here. So let's, we're at, let's see, 1602.9 and see how far it is if I were to walk into town. Let's just say walking to the first available restaurant. Let's say we wanted a balmy Saturday evening. We wanted to walk from home to a restaurant. Well, if I wanted a pizza, well, I don't know if this pizza, it says Piccadilly Pizza, but I don't think it's a business anymore. It would be, it's a Saturday, they would be open. So we can't, it says for sale. So if you want to open a pizza place and call it Piccadilly Pizza, that's for sale. So we've gone 1/10 of a mile and we're at the visitor center. Two-tenths of a mile. We're at the fly shop. Three-tenths of a mile. This is the Lucky Shoe Bar and Grill. And that's open right now. So 3/10 of a mile, you could be at the Lucky Shoe. Four-tenths of a mile, you can be to Kalia's restaurant and ice cream parlor, and another angler shop, and the Eagle Feather trading post. You're in the middle of the village here, and let's call it 4/10 of a mile. You are here in the thick of it. So, yeah, as advertised, leisurely walk into town. Leisurely walk. You know, I need to look at the front of my vehicle because there's a guy that just stared at the front of it, and someone stared at the front of it just the other day. And I'm wondering what they're seeing that is so interesting. Hopefully it's not something that's going to cost me a bunch of money. So, anyway, I'm just going to pull over here and check the front of my car. And I think I'll leave it going so you can see me check it, because you're going to be curious, was there something wrong with the front of your car, Rob, or not? So, we're here at the park. And by the way, all the way to the back of the park would be 6/10 of a mile. Well, there is nothing odd about the front of my car. There's just my Nevada license plate, if that's a source of fascination for folks. By the way, this is the main, I think it's called Enchanted or Enchanted Park, I think. There's a lot, often there's stuff going on here that's pretty interesting. And there's a cute little house right there on the right, look at that. That's no 1,400 square feet. You know, 1,400 square feet, it's a small house, but is for a living space. For me, it's, you know, it's like 10 times what I'm living in. It would be enormous. But if I were in the market to have a home and own the property, I would consider that. The only thing would be the winters are brutal here. I mean, brutal. So there would have to be maybe a summer house. And even that, when I think about that, you get you buy your own property and you're by yourself, unless you have friends come to visit, or you open it up to other people to live on your property with you. I'd rather be in Weathers RV Park around my friends and just around people, and it's so heartwarming to just be around people that I like. Guys, I've said this before on my channel, and I haven't said it in a while. Especially if you are about to enter the full-time RV lifestyle, or you're in it, don't let political differences alienate you from potential friends. Just don't let it happen. Might there be some uncomfortable moments? Heck yes. But for the most part, I have found, and I'm coming up in December, it'll be 3 years I've been full-time out in the nomad community, and there have been a few uncomfortable moments, but those are few and far between. And I am friends with people that have very different views on what's going on in this country politically right now, opposite views. But I do not let that stop me. It does not stop me from having those relationships, and it doesn't stop those people either. So don't let your ideology color the way you might see people. Give people a chance. And remember this, whether you're red or blue or whatever color you want to call yourself politically, everyone on each side really has the view that their view is the best thing for everyone, for the country. Whether that's the underlying motivation, right? And that's what you have in common with people, is that you all want the same thing. In general, you want the same thing, and you think you want what's best, and we disagree about how to get there, or what is best, or what should be allowed, what isn't allowed, whatever. But I don't do politics on the channel, other than to encourage people to have open minds about other people that have very different views to them, and don't rule them out as friends. Don't do it. All right, we have arrived, Dottie. We have arrived home. We got groceries to put away, and video to edit, don't we? And here we are. Check out my campsite. Do you love my campsite or what? And there's like nobody around me. The closest camper is probably 200 feet away, something like that. Check it out. All right, I'm gonna turn around. Thanks for watching. I don't know how interested you might have been in a little place that's for sale here in Eagle Nest, and whether you found that content interesting. But I like to play around with the idea, kind of fantasize of what it might be like, even though I know it's not something that's in the cards for me. It's not even something that I really want to do. But anyway, take care.